Yeet. Oh!
Welcome back. We have Ladarius Brown and his band of renown joining us. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, everyone. Happy Falcons Victory Monday. We got Travis joining us in the chat. Victory Monday. Travis, how you doing? We got DSGB Hall joining us. Good morning, DSGB. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? And guys, what a Sunday. I believe C Double with the do-rag has something he wants to say.
Nope. I'm just throwing up the ones. We the ones, baby. We the ones. I'm throwing up the ones in the chat. We the ones, baby. For right now, but we'll take it.
What a debut. I mean, look at Falcons came out. They gave you everything you wanted. They gave you 2 turnovers, 2 pick sixes. Okay, Penix came out looking great, ball on time. The kid's got touch. The kid has accuracy. Nothing phases the kid. And, we did everything we wanted to do against the Giants. We dominated. Probably could have scored a few more points if we wanted to. But I was thoroughly pleased with the results. And then last night, I don't know if you guys got a chance to see that Tampa Bay Cowboys game. What a game. What a game. You want to talk about drama? You want to talk about high stakes? You want to talk about a weird, funky, great ending? Wow. I mean, wow. Guys, I'm going to throw it out to you. Give me your impressions of Penix's debut and the Falcons' victory and the Bucs' loss last night. And let's start with Ronnie Thomas. Ronnie, give me your thoughts.
I said before the show, Penix no got to do too much. I said that. I said just play your game, and that's what he did. He went on point. He got the job done. Yes, he did not get no touchdowns, but he did his job. He took care of the football like other people, but that I'm going to go there when my time to shine. But he did his job.
But it's time to shine.
And we back in first place. A little birdie.
We are back in
first place. A little birdie that we're talking junk, a Tampa Bay fan all season. We're talking junk to me. And I said, this a long season. Oh, y'all not gonna do nothing. Nah, he been playing hide your seat. He been playing hide your seat. How you like me now? How you like me now?
Well, I tell you what, it definitely sets up a very interesting Sunday coming up. I mean, let me tell you something. This thing, I don't know if it's as big as the Thriller in Manila, and some of you guys aren't old enough to know what that is, but that was Ali and Frazier in Africa, and it was the bee's knees. There's another old term. It was the jam, man. Everybody was there for that. Everybody was here for it. Everybody wanted to see it. And I mean, let me tell you something. You got 2 rookies going at it. You got Michael Penix, you got Jaden Daniels, you got Dan Quinn. You got Raheem Morris. I mean, I'm excited. I am excited to see. I can't wait for next Sunday at 8:20 p.m., man. I'm super excited. C-Dub, how are you feeling about this?
All right. Quarterback debut. Felt great. I was happy. I thought it was what you wanted. You could definitely tell there's an impact when you have a left-hander versus a right-hander. That's always been something that people discuss. Defense picked up big time. And look. Before people start saying, well, it's the Giants. Last I checked, there's an NFL team. They have an NFL logo. All right. So we just got to play them. And we've had games where we didn't show up and we lost. And last I checked, those games count. So this game counts. And man, it was nice. It was really nice. I didn't have to worry. Like once, what was it? The the Judon pick 6, I was just kind of like, okay, I'm pretty safe to say we got this. And I would check my phone. Oh, we scored another. Cool. Oh, we got a field because I had to run errands. When you're, Christmas time, we're still running errands regardless.
Mhm.
But it was nice to actually look at my team and go, I don't have a worry about this game. Us Falcon fans deserve that. So it was good. I mean, and if anything, I could tell you this, Drake London, you have won our hearts by throwing hands. We're going to talk more about it, but my God, that boy, I can't say enough about Drake London. I'm where before I was aggravated, we picked a receiver over some players that I was wanting. I'm now like, you know what? We picked the right guy because this guy was made for Atlanta. Drake, he's just puts his head down. He gets the work done. But I really wanted to shout him out. And yes, Dre, I am wearing a Michael Penix do-rag. I made sure and ordered this mess. I am wearing it, bro. Maybe my family's laughing at me. Yes. Maybe my wife has told me she's not sleeping with me until I take it off. But, bro, it's on. But besides, she's working all the time. I never see her anyway. So do-rag season's open, folks. And yeah, man, I'm just, you know what I like about it? Bringing a young guy like Michael Penix, look at how the fan base got energized with that move. Players definitely did. You could definitely tell. We're going to talk all about it, but I got to hear from Ladarius too. So,
Ladarius Brown and his band
yes.
Brown. Give me your thoughts, Ladarius. I mean, wow, Penix came out and did his thing, man. And last night's Bucks Cowboys game. Just give me your thoughts, man. What are you thinking about that?
No, I'll be quick because I don't want to interrupt the flow of the show. But it's simply put, I think with Michael Penix, you saw what we all kind of expected. That's number one, and you saw basically how this offense functions. He doesn't have to be. I think he doesn't have to be the guy. He doesn't have to throw for 250, 300 yards in a game. Could he? Absolutely. But I think we saw that the formula was simply this: Penix making smart, efficient throws and a sound run game. And I think that's the balance. Any good offense in the National Football League has balance. Now, some teams overdo. Some teams may throw more than others. Some may run more than others. But for the Falcons, this offense is built for balance. Given we have Bijan in the backfield, we got Drake out there on the outside. So, like I said, that's all I'll say. I don't want to take up too much time. So.
You are all good, sir. I mean, wow, gentlemen. Let me tell you something. Penix looked poised. He was on target. He was on time. The velocity was there. He got it where it needed to be. And I was just really impressed with his debut. Look, there was a throw where he's in the grasp about to go down, and he throws the ball away. And everybody got after it. I think that was probably a complete game yesterday by the Falcons. Look, I think we had a partially blocked punt again. We had 2 pick sixes. We had 3 sacks.
Mm-hmm.
And look at everybody. Look at this Falcons team has an assortment of weapons on offense. And what I saw yesterday is, if everybody does what they need to do, to your point, Penix doesn't have to throw for 300 yards. There may be a time where he does, but he didn't have to do that. Look at you let Bijan get his, you let Algier get his, you throw the ball where it needs to be, you go down, you score points. The defense comes. We gave them. They tried. They couldn't get past 7 points yesterday. Now, granted, it was the Giants, but look it. For those of you who complain that we beat the Giants like a drum, weren't you the same folks that complained that we didn't beat the Raiders? Look at you. Can't have it both ways. So we did what we were supposed to do yesterday, and I'm here for it. Let's transition to around the league, guys. And yesterday, the Commanders beat the Eagles, much to my chagrin, but they did beat the Eagles yesterday, 36-33. Now, Jalen Hurts ended up going out yesterday. He was hurt with a concussion, and we don't know what those implications will be. I mean, that could be, if Jalen Hurts is out, that's a big deal, right? That is a big deal. But we'll see. And the Panthers all of a sudden are playing a lot better, and they snuck up on the Cardinals yesterday and beat them. So those are our next two opponents. Obviously, we have the Commanders coming up next week, Sunday night, 8 p.m., 8:20 p.m. Ladarius, give me your thoughts on that matchup, because it's going to be the kid versus the kid. So you got Jaden Daniels versus Michael Penix in the first round bowl. Give me your thoughts on that.
You know, it's going to be interesting. I think what you're going to get out of this matchup is you're going to get two quarterbacks who do two different things. And, you know, given it Penix's second NFL start, you know, I think we're going to see more of the same that we did against the Giants, because we've seen what Jaden Daniels can do. Jaden Daniels can do pretty much anything he wants to on the football field. And it's a testament to A, his talent, and B, the coaching staff that's there in Washington. Because one of the things that I always found important, like I'm not going to go on a long-winded thing. I can talk about quarterbacks all day. But what I will say is this. When you surround specifically a quarterback with the right personnel and the right, you know, system, it can flourish. And Jaden Daniels has been surrounded by that. And look, here's the thing. Terry McLaurin looks better than he has in previous, and that's saying a lot.
Scary Terry.
And that's saying a lot. And people think that, well, he's the only guy in the offense. No, we saw a lot of other folks get involved in that Commanders offense. So that's what makes them even more scarier, that it's just not about Terry McLaurin as it was in seasons past. You know, you got Dynamite Brown, you got all, our name familiar with Falcons fans, Zacchaeus is there. You know, even Luke McCaffrey got involved in the. So it's not.
Wow.
So it goes to show you that this offense is getting well rounded. So that's what I'm looking for, and then I'll just make this point because I want to belabor it. But for the Falcons, look, what we saw from Penix was great, and listen, they got to take that same mentality up to they got to take it up to the Commanders. And listen, it's the same formula. Like this may be the game where we may see Penix throw it a little bit more, but we've seen that he's capable of doing it. Because defenses know that if we can minimize Bijan, we have a shot. So Bijan, not saying he's not going to impact the game in any capacity, but now they're like, well, we're going to see what the rookie can do with his arm. And we know he can throw, so we may see that a little bit more in this matchup. So it's going to be an exciting one for sure.
All right. Ronnie Thomas, how you feeling about this matchup next week, brother?
It Dan Quinn versus Raheem Morris. So they know.
Is it the brother?
So they know each other. They know what? They know each other very well. Now
they do. They have a lot of respect.
Now we got to play chess. That we know Dan Quinn. We know what he like to do. He had not changed. He just with a new team, but we know what he like to do. And Raheem know what Dan Quinn like to do, because they spent so much time together while Dan Quinn and Raheem were here together. So they both know each other.
Okay.
So our defense playing very well. We get into the quarterback. We get interceptions. We doing everything we need to stay in the game.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ron. I'm sorry.
If it were me, I'd just would tell Michael Penix, just do enough what the defense giving you. Like I said last week, just do enough. You don't gotta throw for 250 yards or 300. You might, but just do enough and take care of the ball. Just do enough to win the game.
Yeah,
that's all I ask him for.
No worries. We got to do some housekeeping. So Dre Harrison says, in regards to C-Dub, just tell her you're trying for waves. There you go, C-Dub. A1 Forever, my guy, my brother, gentlemen. How you doing? Buck Flair says, playing Giants. We'll see if Raheem makes the right choice and starts Kirk this week. Dan Quinn defense against a rookie. I'm gonna move on. I'm not even going. I'm gonna move on.
I love that, Terry.
I'm not even gonna do it. Buck, just so you know, they're never going back to Kirk. Okay, that was why it took so long. They're not going back to Kirk, so you don't have to worry about that. I mean, not something they're not going back to Kirk. That's the whole.
I gotta tell you something. He is another Tampa Bay fan, and he mad.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
I said he mad, but Flair mad.
You know what? Hey, look it. We still gotta win. We're technically we're ahead, but we're tied. We gotta win out. So I'm not gonna talk too much trash. It is what it is, man. We'll decide it on the field. You know what I mean? And, hey, Buck, we're glad to see you in our Falcons chat this morning. So all good, brother.
But he cool people.
I'm sure he is. You know, to come around a totally different fan base, he would have to be, you know, or at least tolerant, right? Diva says, "Good morning, fellas, rise up. How about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys, Diva?"
No. That's too far. We don't do that.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. For one day, okay? Because those Cowboys,
that was last night.
Those Cowboys did us a solid. Well, I'm counting. Last night started at 8 p.m. and it's going to end tonight at 8 p.m. Hey, I appreciate them Cowboys, man, because they did us.
Yeah.
My sugar was high, but I was like, fuck it. It was a bad day.
How about them Cowboys? So, hey, man.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, where's Stephen A. Smith? I should have put on my Cowboy. Now, that would be too far. All right, Raymond Collins says, morning, guys. Ron, get your boy Pitts out of that donkey pen. Let me tell you something, man. Is Kyle Pitts the bad kid, like the run of the litter, like the one that's always in trouble, the one that, like, when his mom looks at him, she's like, "Oh God, here we
go to mama, and daddy, go check on mom."
We're cooking yesterday.
Love you guys.
Right? First half, we get the ball back, right?
Yeah, I'm on the podcast.
Kyle, it's like 9
All right, thank you.
left.
I just had my second cup of coffee.
And then, oh my God, like I'm in a bunch of chats and everybody was in there was like, "Oh my, I'm so over Kyle."
Right.
It's just like, come on, man. We're humming here. We had a chance to go up 24-7, and it's like, Kyle, why? Why, Kyle? Why?
Yeah.
So we were agitated. Go ahead, Ron. What you got?
Hold on. Before we say that, should we just go to Ron's rant right now?
No. Well, yeah, we can. Give me 1 sec though. Let me get to 2 more comments. So.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You kind of set it up perfectly, by the way, though. Great job.
I did. Diva says, "Did you see Jonnu Smith breaking tight end records in Miami last night? We made a mistake."
Yes.
To be traded, it's time for a change. Diva, it's like you're reading my mind, Diva. Oh my God. Get out of my head. All right.
We were watching that game, and my dad just looked at me. He's like, "Jonnu Smith, didn't he play for the Falcons last year?" And I'm like, "Yes, Dad." He goes, "Man, and you chose to keep Michael Pitts over him." I said, "That ain't my decision, Ross."
Yeah.
Brought shame to me.
No. It's all good. So I guess we can transition to Ron's rant. So Ron, I hear you got some stuff you want to talk about. Now is the time, sir, and you have the floor. So Ron, what's bugging you?
Kyle Pitts.
Let's talk about it.
Kyle Pitts, you really bugging the shit out of me. Every week you don't give an effort. It's like you don't care. I pray to God this offseason we trade you to the worst team in the NFL. I pray to God you got so much talent, but you don't use it.
Hey man,
I
just work here.
Yeah, I just work here.
Oh, I just work here. Okay, well, I pray to God Terry Farno said when he seen that clip, Terry Farno said, "Well, you won't be here for long." We finna trade you this offseason.
Mm.
Because that showed the whole team you don't care. You all about yourself.
I just work here, man.
I
Yeah,
did
man.
wrong.
I just
He
work
ain't
here.
trying to get overtime, that's for sure.
But you don't care about nobody but yourself. And you wonder why the fans doubt you, been doubting you all season. Because the
Tell him,
little
Ron.
effort you do show on the field, you don't give a fuck.
Well,
And why should we give a fuck? You
well,
gonna play.
preach.
Soon this season ends, Tevin Farno and Raheem Morris gonna trade you. I heard something about Man Mike saying we might Man Mike and Smithy Smith, they might trade him to Seattle.
Yeah, Smitty. Yeah. Smitty actually said that probably would be a good place for Pitts.
Right. Because if you look at the head coach that Seattle got now, he came from Cincinnati. Cincinnati got a good tight end. So I would not be surprised if you go over there to with Geno Smith if he be there. I plan the guy, they don't even get a quarterback. I am praying to God they don't draft a quarterback. Hey, you might be stuck with Kirk Cousins. The word on the street, Seattle been calling her too about Kirk Cousins.
Kirk has a no trade clause, so Kirk's not going anywhere he doesn't want to go.
But
It's
a playoff team ready.
No, I mean it's going to be interesting to see what he does, right? Because nobody knows. The no trade clause means he would have to waive that in order to be traded anywhere, right? Now, if I'm Kirk, and this is just me, right? I'm not speculating. I kind of am speculating, but if I'm Kirk, right?
Right.
And you're only on the hook for next year's salary and you want to trade me, guess what I'm about to do? Or guess what you about to do if you want to trade?
You got to get rid of me.
No.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You want to trade me, you're probably going to have to guarantee me some more years. In other words, I need an incentive to waive my no trade clause. And I'm not saying that he said that. I'm just saying what T. Will would do, right? Yes, I spoke myself in third person, but I'm just saying if it's me, right? Kirk, first and foremost, is a businessman. So it's not as cut and dry as people want to make it out to be. Kirk could be here.
Right.
Kirk could be Uncle Kirk. You know, he could be Kirk the backup. You know what I mean? We won't know until next year, but it's an interesting predicament.
But guess what?
Kyle
Pitts out here, baby.
I have no doubt. Because like I'm over Kyle. I'm over the not running the routes. I'm over the, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. This is year 4. It's time to move on.
He just gave the ball to a giant safety corner, and when that football player was running up the field, he was on the ground like, really?
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but not his best game. But you never know, man. Look at hopefully Kyle catches the Super Bowl winning touchdown for us this year. You never know. You never know.
He won't even be here. The budget that.
Hey, you never know. We got to do some housekeeping. So, Georgia Texas boy says, "What's good, Falcons family?" King Atlanta supporter says, "What's up?" King Richie says, "Fellas, what's good?"
What good?
Dalton Smith says, "What's up? I want to say thank you for getting Saints eliminated. Of course, Saints was already eliminated. Knew we wasn't making playoffs." King Atlanta supporter says, "Changes need to happen."
Yes.
Ryan from the Birdcage. My guy Ryan. What's going on? What's good, man? Let me tell you something. Ryan is a solid dude. He's probably forgotten more than a lot of us will ever know. And hey, man, that's just my dude, man. Ryan, how you doing this morning? Ryan says, good morning, fellas. What's going on? King Richie, fellas, what's good? Let's see. Birdskin, why y'all making Ron mad this morning? You know how Ron gets. I don't know. Let's see. Raymond says, I'm sorry, T. Will. Oh, it's all good, Raymond. It's all good. Pitch to the Cowboys for Parsons. I do that, man. I
would do that right now.
I do that right now, but they're not going to do that. I don't think they'd do that. I'd do that in a heartbeat.
Me too.
Raymond says, what to do, Ryan? King Richie, Kirk said he's taking the offseason off, thinking about retirement. I heard that too, but you never know. It could happen. Raymond Collins, do it wish King Richie? Do I wish? Ray, what it do, bruh? Rich, what's good, fam? They said Cousins is considering retiring. They did. All good, bro.
What's good, bro?
Eva says Kirk can be traded, just has to approve where he's traded to with the no trade clause. I say stay with the Falcons and backup QB. It's not like he doesn't need to strengthen his Achilles. And Diva, that's a good point, right? That's what I was thinking about.
Yes.
Because he, looking in the landscape and look at, we're at the point from what we've seen this year. Is Kirk even a starter at this point? And I open it up to the panel. I open it up to the chat. Is Kirk even a starter at this point? Ladarius,
go ahead, Ladarius.
Yeah, Ladarius.
Yeah, I've been letting you guys talk. I just been here,
No, we got you. We got you.
I just been listening to you guys. I'm like, well, I'll just go grab a. I was going to order me some Uber Eats. I'm like, well, these guys got it under control. So I'm like,
Ladarius like, man, I'm writing this article. Oh, they called me. Yeah, what's up, guys?
yeah, exactly. I'm just sitting there going, I had enough time to do that. So I'm like, all right, so these guys got it under control. They don't need me today.
No, come on, brother.
Do you think Kirk is a starter at this point, Ladarius?
It depends on this. It depends on the situation. It depends on what team feels that he's a starter. There's a difference between him being, how can I phrase it? If you look at the 32 teams, including Atlanta, we have to ask ourselves, how many teams could he start for next season? That's the perspective I ask people when we ask that question, which is it's a great question. It's how many teams proceed, because like I've said it on this show, we have to understand that the quarterback draft class is not super deep. Outside of Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, there's a bit of a drop.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you're in the market for one of those two, or is there a quarterback on the board? I'm not too sure. Like I said, I keep saying Quinn Ewers. I'm not sure if he's coming out as well. I'm not sure if he's out. But the point is, there could be teams that look at Kirk Cousins that may not be in the sweepstakes to get a quarterback in this year's draft, in the upcoming NFL draft. Do I think he's still a starter? Yes. But I think at this juncture in his career, he's not going to be asked to be a starter unless a team really, really needs a quarterback. So this is where I say, I had some Kirk Cousins numbers, but I'll save those for another time because I don't want to take up the flow of the show, in terms of cap numbers. But the point is, if a team really wants Kirk Cousins, I think the market there is for him because of the draft. Because if you look at it, Sam Darnold's a free agent, but I think Minnesota's going to likely keep him on a potentially maybe 2-year deal because they drafted J.J. McCarthy to be there. So Sam Darnold might be there for another 2 years. So my overriding point is that I think he can be a starter, but it depends on what team feels that he can be a starter.
Right.
Because the quarterback market is not super deep in this draft. So I'll just leave it at that.
All good, man, and solid points. C-Dub.
Yeah.
Cousins a starter? Is he a starter at this point?
You know, Yeah, he could be a starter, but it's like this. What are people going to remember? All right. And here's the thing. You know, I thought we would probably try to work a deal to trade him. I don't know if that's going to be the case, if we're just going to outright release him, because that was a whole lot of stuff that was being said. So we'll go more into that tomorrow. But my thing is this. I feel like he needs to, what's called it? I think he needs to take this year or finish this out, take a few months, and really just rehab the injury. Make sure he's healthy so that wherever he goes, he could be a starter for sure. Because look, how many times have we saw it where you draft a guy, the guy's not ready, or someone gets hurt? So guys will be able to come and get a shot to become a quarterback. So it's just a question of who, what happens here. And I just, for Kurt's sake, I think it's like this. Guys, he went, man, he lost 4 straight games, and that Raiders game was hard to watch.
Yeah. Well,
So my thing is this. I mean, just to get to respectability, you know what? It depends on also the coach too. If he gets to a good coach that can coach around his flaws, who knows? But I just know for us, we needed to make a change. We made the change. Am I surprised we did it? Yes. But look at the results right now. I mean, I think we're all feeling good about our chances now versus last week.
Right.
But the answer to your question, Kirk could play. I mean, Kirk could play. I think it's just hard to give a solid answer after you saw what he's been playing like.
Well, look I think he needs to heal. I think what nobody's talking about. I don't think this is father time. I think Kirk's arm and shoulder are seriously injured. And it's kind of like you're going through that while you are coming back from an Achilles injury, which is one of the most debilitating things you can ever go through. It's like an ACL, right? It takes you about 2 years to heal because the first year you're physically healed, but you don't trust it. You don't trust it to pivot. You don't trust it to push. You don't trust it to do what it normally does. You have to build that back up, right? Same thing with Achilles. So he's going through that, and at the same time, he's 36, and at the same time, that elbow and shoulder are now bothering him, and he's not a spring chicken anymore. So I set all of that up to say that if we wait 12 months, Kirk could be the old Kirk again. Now, he may not be. Okay, and we don't have time to figure it out. But those are my thoughts. Ryan Thomas, is Kirk a starter? Give me your thoughts.
It depends what head coach in the NFL you ask. I could see Kirk Cousins with the Raiders since they just won yesterday and they dropped from 1 to 6.
That's crazy.
Right. I could see the Browns also. They got a good head coach over there.
They got Kevin Stefanski, who's a tree of that O'Connell name disciple. What's his name in the
right. I just see so many teams.
Yeah.
Tennessee Titans.
I don't see the Titans.
And
Stefanski. I do see Cleveland. I think Cleveland is probably the most realistic you said because Stefanski and O'Connell are from the same tree. So I agree with you. Go ahead.
I think, like you just said, T-Man, he needs to take some time off the all season, get his body right or whatever he's going through.
Yeah.
And just focus on that first before you play another football game.
Agreed 100%.
Your mental health is very serious.
That's true.
And
True.
mental, if you not ready, if you gun shy, you will not be. If you tap the ball, you will not be the same no more. Though you just said he coming off an injury. Now he dealing with something else.
Right.
So, and you just see it in that Denver game, in that Chargers game, in that Minnesota game. You just see it. He dealing with something. We don't know. I just speak for myself. I don't know what it is, but mentally he dealing with something.
No, well, I think it's mentally and physically, but all
So-
good, Ron. You made some good points. We got to shift gears here. Let's do some housekeeping. James Obleton says, "Good morning, everyone." Good morning,
Good
James.
morning.
Morning.
Dave says, "Good morning. Next week is a
Good
playoff game.
morning.
Every game going forward, Dave, is a playoff game. That's
Yeah.
it. We are in playoff mode." Let's see. King Richie says, "What's good, Ryan?" Birdcage says, "Depends on what team Kirk is on, but for the most part, no, he isn't for a playoff team." I can agree with that. Raymond says, "Man, it seems Kirk has climbed on top of the highest mountain, slipped, and hanging on a ledge, holding a briefcase full of money." Wow, Raymond. What
Can't
movie
hold
were you
much
watching last
longer.
night? That sounds like wow, man. That sounds like
the Rocky movie.
no, that sounds
Sylvester
like a
Stallone movie.
No, that sounds like a movie with Vin Diesel, Fast and Furious 51. Hanging on a cliff. No, I'm kidding.
No, if you watch Sesame Street, there was a cartoon called Cliffhanger, and he always was holding on to the branch, and it would go, and he's like, "Can't hold on much longer," and he would fall, go, and somehow he'd be back on the same branch. So yeah, that's what I see. Yes, I went to Sesame Street.
New York Giants.
Oh, Reading Lions. My bad. Thank you.
But I think they're going to draft.
All good. Let's see. New York Giants, Jets, and Raiders. But I think they're going to draft, but I don't see him going to any of those but the Raiders. I think he needs to stay in Atlanta for another year. And you're probably right, Diva. You are probably right.
Can I answer that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I could see he going to the Raiders. I could see that. Because the quarterbacks they got, they're now not that good. You got Desmond Ritter. You got
Aiden O'Connell.
Aiden O'Connell. They're not going good. So Coach Cousins to go over there when if that dude draft a quarterback, he did teach the rookie this how you do stuff. Veteran to the NFL. You need prepare yourself. You need do all this mentally wise. So I can't see that he going over there.
If you're Kirk, right? See, number one, I don't know what the Falcons motivate. They could keep him as a backup.
Look.
Because if I'm Kirk, if I'm gonna Obi-Wan somebody, it's gonna be Penix. Why would I go to the Raiders, who suck, by the way? Who suck, and will probably suck next year. Why would I go to the Raiders when I could stay here in Atlanta and Obi-Wan Michael Penix and maybe win a ring, right? So if I'm Kirk, right? And I'm thinking out loud. If I'm Kirk, if I'm gonna leave Atlanta, I'm going to a place where I'm starting. And there's no ambiguity. There's no doubt about it. That's
right.
Outside of that, if they're saying, "Oh, we need you to, Obi-Wan this guy and bring him on," I'm staying right here.
But
hold on.
He just start over there to the rookie get ready. Say the rookie, they're gonna sit the rookie down for a year.
Let's say they get Carson Beck. Carson Beck ain't starting right now. Carson Beck has one to recover from his injury, but two, let's say, they get to him because, why not? And not only that, I mean, when I think Las Vegas, I think Napoleon Dynamite. So anyway, Kirk Cousins can show him the way of Coles, show him the way of ultimate dorkiness. He could be the
Right.
Rico to his Napoleon Dynamite. But also is this, guys. Remember this. He is getting paid a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
He isn't going to be a backup here. For some reason, there is something. I truly believe the Falcons wouldn't do it because here's why. It's that locker room.
Mm-hmm.
And even though Kurt's showing you he's the perfect teammate, we don't know behind the scenes. We don't know affiliations. And the other thing is, it's all about Penix. It's not about Cousins. That was evident with what just happened. So I personally wouldn't keep him. I would try to trade him myself. And yeah, I'm not looking at trying to hook him up to the right spot. I'm looking for the best deal.
Well,
And if it happens to work, well, hold on, let me finish. No, Terry, let me finish. Terry, let me finish. I promise I'm gonna actually hit that. Okay.
all right.
But my thing is, I'm gonna look for the best deal. Number one, but number two, I am gonna have to realize, oh, my GM was an idiot by doing no trade clause. Then I'm gonna have to call Kurt and be like, all right, Kurt, where are you interested in going? Here's some of the teams that are right now in a spot where they need a quarterback. And then you got to walk with him on it. Now, the other thing is this. Kirk Cousins and his agent, who has swindled more money than bank robbers could ever do in a lifetime, can basically say, we're not going to take a trade. You got to release us. So they have the leverage in where they go. So that's the other issue. And if that's the issue, I think that's more likely to happen. I don't think Kurt wants to stay here to be an Obi-Wan. Kurt wants to go. If he or the agent's going to push for him to go. And then, hey, I'll play for league minimum. That'll be the first time in his lifetime. And then the Falcons have to pay the rest, kind of like what Russell Wilson's doing with this. And by the way, don't be afraid of the dead money cap. I know it's a lot of money, but here's the thing. Look at what the Broncos did with Russell Wilson. The Browns are talking about doing that with Deshaun Watson. His dead cap is $92 million. So trust me, this will actually sound like peanuts when you compare it to that. Right. So I'm just saying, let's see what happens, and then we'll really go in about Kurt. But honestly, I don't see Kurt being back here.
I'm gonna say I don't know. I honestly don't know because I did not see a fractured locker room. I did not see guys that were. I didn't see ambiguity yesterday. I didn't see that. I saw that first and foremost, Michael has a legitimate admiration and respect for Kirk.
What?
I believe Kirk has the same for Michael, and you saw them praying in the. Now that could have been by design, I don't know, but if it's one team that could pull that off, it's this one. I'm not saying they definitively do it. Right. I'm just saying if you're going to trade Kirk Cousins, number one, I wouldn't release somebody that I owed $65 million to. That's just me. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't release either, but I'm just saying it's
Wait, hang on. Hang on.
Yeah, go ahead.
So to me, because again, this is a quarterback-driven league, they could hang on to Kirk Cousins. I don't see Kirk being a cancer in the locker room. I think that this is a natural transition, and if Kirk is accepting of it, why wouldn't you do it? And like you say, he could retire. Look, this is a lot to process for anybody, right? Your expectations were you're competing for a Super Bowl and you don't even finish the season. So maybe he has maybe he thinks about it in the offseason. I'm just saying it is not out of the realm of possibility that Kirk on the bench. Probably not. We got to do some housekeeping, and then guys, we got to move on with the show. So Krista says, rise up. Krista says, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, but the scheme got to fit him, and the scheme doesn't fit Kirk. Fair enough. I think that's the problem. C-Dub, injuries, body, mind have to recoup. 100 King, our offensive system isn't helping his recovery. I was concerned. 330, how you doing? I was concerned about the mental and physical of Kirk in the beginning of the season. Stefanski was Vikings OC with Cousins. Yeah, and that's probably with Dalton. That to me is probably the more realistic destination for him, because again, Kirk's got to agree. And if I'm Kirk, I'm going to a system that's going to work for me, and he could start there. King Richie, he got hurt in that Denver game, and they lied about it in case of the trade possibility. I think you got to disclose certain things, but Divas
Yeah, but we've seen the Falcons do that. By the way, we have seen the Falcons do that.
Yeah. Fair enough. Diva says, "Have a good day, fellas. Got to get ready to pick my dad up from airport. Happy holidays to you all." Happy holidays, Diva.
Happy holidays.
Ladarius says, "Happy holidays, Diva." Dalton need to stop drafting QBs. Look at what happened to Vince.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Man, Jake Locker, man, that's a name I hadn't heard in a while.
Let me say this. Shout out to my boy Dalton. He a Saints fan, but he cool as he really cool.
Is that unnecessary roughness on Dalton? Is that unnecessary
roughness? No. He's just saying facts. Hold on. Have any of these quarterbacks? Hold on. Have any of these quarterbacks ever mattered in life? This is a trivia question. And you know what? I feel for Titan fans.
Damn. Dalton came out swinging. Woo!
Right. Shout out to my boy Dalton.
Raymond Collins, hope our defense is coming up with a way to keep Daniels into. Amen. All right, so we got to get to some more segments in the show.
Yeah.
Next segment. What up with the NFC South? Well, the Falcons are in first place, gentlemen. All by ourselves. No, Ladarius.
Timberland. No.
You guys are hating.
No, man. It's just hold on. Like Reggie from American Idol. Dog. It was too pitchy, dog. It's just too pitchy, man. Sorry.
I'm like Bob Dylan. I'm an acquired taste. Yeah, you and me. I'm an acquired taste.
Don't do that.
But listen. I've been quiet all show. Don't you ever, for the rest of, don't compare yourself to Bob Dylan under no circumstances. I could go by the look, but I'm not going to go there this morning. Don't ever. Listen, you're like a Rolling Stone, but you just keep rolling. That's the problem.
Man.
Just keep rolling.
All right, so Falcons in first place. Bucks lose, Saints lose, Panthers win. Guys, we got a shot. If we win out, we are NFC South champions, and we have a home playoff game. And I, for one, am really excited about it. I wasn't sure what the Cowboys were going to do last night, but what a game, what a development. We are in first place. We have our destiny within our own hands, gentlemen, and it's great. Let me tell you something. Victory Monday on this Monday was really great. I knew we would beat the Giants. Well, I had a good feeling we beat the Giants. I was not sure about the Cowboys beating Bay, but to their credit, those Cowboys came in like they wanted it, man. Like they wanted it. Oh, 330. You did do the Bane impression. I can't do it now. I'll try because you asked 330. I was born in the darkness. You merely adapted to it. Okay. So that's what you guys are haters. Whatever. Yeah. That's for you, 330. Look, we ain't worried about them.
I was born in the darkness. Put your hand over your mouth when you do it. You know how that is.
I was born in the darkness. You merely.
There you go.
All right.
You know what? I'm going to give the golf clap on that one. I give you credit because you did it. You adapted. You didn't take the coach. Hold on. You didn't take the coaching as an insult. You didn't just show up to work. You went in and just took it, adapted, and made it better. There you go.
I do impressions. I did. Look. Here's the joke from what is it? Batman: The Dark Knight. Wait a minute. Let me get into it. Let me get into my mode. Okay. Here we go.
Get in character. Get in character.
I'm just a dog chasing parked cars. I wouldn't know what to do if I caught it. Yeah, this guy.
Mm-mm.
Oh, whatever, man. Whatever. Okay, let's get back to it. So,
But-
Falcons first play.
Look, once again, haven't talked all show.
Whatever. You are not going to defame my Joker. Whatever, Ladarius.
I was gonna give you a compliment. You know what? Forget this.
Not
You know
you-
what? No.
Making a
I've spoken the least on this show, and then now you're gonna stop me from talking. You know what? Happy bleeping holidays. Jesus.
But
You grinch.
if
it's a trigger.
Dallas,
You normally abuse me. It's a trigger. I'm sorry.
Dallas,
Go to a therapist. That's not my problem.
Hold on. Terry just has that trigger of a bad relationship. Someone raises their hand. Oh, sorry. He goes on the attack first. Go ahead,
Well,
Ron. I'm sorry.
Dallas players had something to play for too. Their jobs last night.
Good point. That's a good point. And their coach. And their
Right, the coach. So I don't know what they would do about that, about the head coach, but they looked good last night. I gotta give them that.
They did. They played hard.
Right. I don't like Dallas, but they're another story. They did what they needed to do to help us out
Yeah, they did.
last night.
Yeah, don't
So-
forget that, Ron. Dallas Cowboys. Mr. Jerry Jones watching you.
Well,
Jerry Jones watching all y'all. Dallas Cowboys.
Cowboy. Hey.
so I give them their props on that for
Let's do it.
beating Tampa Bay. So
Well,
All right,
ladies
fact or fiction.
that time in the show where we do fact or fiction, and I believe this segment is covered by Mr. Ladarius Brown and his band of renown, who looks like he's enjoying breakfast.
Oh, now you want? Can I talk now?
And didn't bring us in.
Can I talk now? Because
Yeah.
it feels like
Yes. Yeah, I thought you were gonna critique my impressions. And I
you
wasn't.
know. I don't know what kind of impression you have of me, but it's pretty negative. Pretty negative. For a minute,
Fact or fiction. Fact or fiction. Fact or fiction. It's Ladarius. What? I was giving you an intro.
Oh no, thank you. I appreciate you. I was looking at T. Will. Of course, he didn't respond to it. What a surprise! Now,
I think my song was better than that fact or fiction. Okay, I think my whatever.
listen, you spoke to yourself in the third person. You have no place on this show to talk about ego or anything like that.
Hold on, Terry. You just. Why don't you just break my heart? Why don't you? Huh? I mean, you just. God damn, dude. All right, go ahead. I'll cry. I'm gonna cry in the corner now. Thanks, Terry.
Yeah, you see, he does that. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Mm.
Oh,
You suck it. Go ahead, Terry.
oh.
Lord, haven't talked all show. Whatever. Hi, I'm Terry. I just feel like I can wave my authority and talk to myself in the third person, but if somebody else does it, it bruises my already fragile ego. All right, we're done. All right, we're done.
Fragile. I love that movie. I love it.
I don't want the compliment from you. I don't want the compliment from you.
Whatever.
All right. Can I ask my first question, please?
Yes, you can.
Is that okay with you?
Yes, sir, it is.
Ron, how you doing, buddy? Now,
I'm doing good.
CW doing great.
Brother,
Oh, man.
this is the holidays. I feel like I'm with my family. Not the one I wanted to punch.
Oh, wow.
Listen, T will be like I'm a man of great peace. Now, all right, first question, fact or fiction? And this is about Michael Penix. Fact or fiction, Michael Penix will throw at least a total of 2 games remaining. Michael Penix will throw at least 3 touchdowns over the next 2 games. Is that a fact or is that fiction?
I'm going to say fact.
I want to say fact.
I want to say fact, but I'm going to say fiction, but not because of him maybe struggling, but more like being more consistent in the run game and him maybe running into the end. He impressed me with his running, by the way. because he was sliding, and then not only that, but throwing the ball out of bounds for hey, live, take sacrifice the play, but we can do something the next play. So I'm gonna say friction, but like I said, it's not because of him. I'm just thinking we may be actually, guys, we may need to talk, but if not this year, man, watch out next year. Bijan might be an MVP candidate.
I can see that.
Yeah, so that's why I asked the question. Because not, C-Dub kind of got the gist of the question. It's not that I think he's terrible. It's just that what's the offense going to ask of him to do more? So,
yeah. I mean, look, and he could have the game where play action's working great, and he's getting the guys wide open. Yeah, I mean, but I'm just saying, with Washington and the Panthers have looked a lot better now. Little Bryce took care of little Kyler. God, that's weird. I didn't realize that. What's the battle?
That is mean.
No, it's not. That's what Marcus Washington calls him. He calls him Little Bryce. And then I just realized Kyler's smaller.
Jesus.
Little Bryce! Little Bryce! Oh, God.
I was crying
when I was hearing him go, Little Bryce! Look at Little Bryce run!
That is mean. That is so mean. Unnecessary roughness on C-Dub. 15-yard penalty.
I'll take it. I don't mind. Hold on. I'm here so I don't get fined.
I just work here.
I just work here. Me and Kyle Pitts, we just work here. All right, Ladarius, what you got, man? Next one. What you got?
Great job, C-Dub. Great job, Ron. Now, I'm sorry. Oh, you exist. Interesting. Somebody didn't feel about that.
Oh my God.
King Petty doesn't take the holidays off. Realize that. Now.
Oh, for the holidays. Go ahead, Ladarius.
So it ties it. So it ties into Bijan. So the second, the second factor fiction is Bijan has, I believe he has 10 touchdowns.
Yes.
Factor
9
fiction,
rushing, 1 pass.
Correct. Yes. So factor fiction, Bijan Robinson will finish the season with at least 15 total touchdowns. Is that a fact or is that fiction?
Oh.
Yeah, fact.
All right. I mean, it's not like we're putting any money on this. I'll go first. I mean, look, man. Okay, hold on. What's great about this is there's 2 games. One being prime time, and one being we don't know yet because they like to wait till the end. Guys, I'm gonna say fact. I'm gonna say Bijan is just gonna have a. Is it you saying 15 touchdowns, and that could be receiving or
correct? Yeah,
rushing. Okay.
Yeah, it's not specific. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I should have put some more edification on it. Yeah.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yes, for total.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what. Because like you brought up, it's 9 rushing, 1. So I mean 10 as a, and then does he gonna get 15 in total by the end of the season? Yes.
I'm gonna say fact. Then I'm gonna say fact. I think between him, Mooney, and Drake will be the lion's share of the receptions. If anything was to be shown. I would have, and Warner does get some receptions, by the way. Warner plays better tight end than somebody else. But anyway, we don't speak of him. He's like the boyfriend that shouldn't have showed up to my house. But anyway, so with that being said, yes, I say fact to Bijan getting 15 touchdowns. That'd be cool. That'd be really awesome if he gets that too.
I think in the Washington game, he's gonna get 2 touchdowns, and that 1 touchdown that will throw him the ball, and the other one he will just run it in there. That's what I think, in my opinion.
Okay.
I'm gonna say fact. If you're saying pass and run, I'm gonna say fact. Yeah, I'm gonna say fact.
Once again, great job, C-Dub. Great job, Ron. Now, Oh, T Will, you did okay. Now,
This-
listen, if you just would have gave, you know what? Listen,
Mm.
you know what you did. I tried to give a compliment,
this
and you
guy.
basically just came out of nowhere like LeBron and just blocked it from behind, like you did in the finals, and then you just ruined the moment. That's what you did.
I'm triggered because look it. You were already like, don't you ever compare your.
Listen, you did Bob Dylan. What is your problem? Yes, I'm going to be triggered. You bet your yes. When you go no, they already have a biopic of Bob Dylan already out. They don't need you to come in and be the I give me some vocals. They don't need you there. No, it's already done. It's already it's in post production. It's done, and then you just show up. Oh, I'll do my Bob Dylan impression. Yeah, great job.
Oh God. Oh God. I'm so glad we moved this to 10 o'clock.
But I gave you a comment on your other impression. Oh, you just shut me down.
I wasn't. I thought you were firing on me. I'm sorry. I really thought you were about to fire on me.
You know what? I'm making a note.
Look. He said sorry, Ladarius. Can we just give him a little bit? Just give him a little bit.
No,
it's okay.
No, because you give him a little bit, he's gonna take the whole. No.
You said he would take a mile, huh?
Yes. You know what? He may take a couple of miles, and then no.
See, look, Terry, I'm trying to help you, bro. You got to help yourself, but I'm trying to help you, brother.
I'm not gonna even try no more. You get by yourself.
Hey, man.
No, he's not. No, he's not. We're a team. We're a happy family. We're a happy family. This is not as dysfunctional as my family.
Oh man. All right. You got another one, Ladarius, or
yeah, I got one more. I want to take up your precious time on the show.
Oh my God, this guy. This guy.
Yeah. Well, I am Terry, and let's talk about Terry. Hi, I'm Terry. And
we need a slime button. You remember you can't do that on television. I wish we had a slime button.
Oh God, I used to love that show, by the way.
Listen. Like, Ladarius, keep talking. Boom. Just drop them.
That's when Nickelodeon. Hold on, that's when Nickelodeon didn't have all those scandals. Anyway,
listen, you can drop that slime on me, but listen, it's gonna be a lot more that can drop on you. So keep that in mind.
Pause. Go ahead, Ladarius.
You did. How you gonna pause and not know? I could have said a bucket of water. See, once again, just casting these egregious aspersions on my character. You know what?
Y'all, we can't do this on Big Penix Energy Day, man. Come on.
I said you were gonna say that. All right, what you got, man? Seriously, what you got? I'm just messing with you.
Oh, I can talk now?
Yes, sir. Yep,
let's ask Terry if Terry can talk. Sure. Let's ask Terry if Ladarius can talk. We're not sure. Yeah.
I love you too. Go for it.
We're good. We're good.
Yes, we're good. We're good.
Thank you.
Good.
No, Terry, don't act disgusted. Put your hands down.
Oh my God.
Tried to give you a compliment.
I'm sorry. Oh my God.
You know what? Some people don't deserve compliments. I feel like you're in that category.
Oh God.
So once again, C-Dub, Ron, and
this guy.
Here's the final one.
All right.
So the last two games of the season, fact or fiction, the Atlanta Falcons will win by double digits in both of the games remaining of the season. So fact or fiction, the Atlanta Falcons will win by at least by 10 points in both of the remaining games.
I'm gonna say fiction.
I'm gonna say facts.
I'm gonna say fiction. Washington, I just feel like that Washington game is going to be a one possession game. I feel it. I feel like these guys are going to go. It's going to be an up and down game. So I still like the Falcons winning, but like I said, I think this is going to be it's going to be a tight one. And Carolina, I could see us pulling out the double digit, but I can also see us being a nail biter with them too, because like I said, they're playing a lot better. And Chuba Hubbard, is running that ball really well, and Bryce looks very, very comfortable back there now.
Right. But I know I say fact. I think with the Michael Penix Jr., he bought a spark.
I don't have the parenting skills necessary to deal with this.
Hey, can we mute that?
Sorry.
I don't want you
Let's-
to get copyright strike.
Fair use. Fair use is called my son sent me something, and I wasn't expecting what it was. So
I think that Michael Penix Jr. brought a spark to the team, to the whole team.
Definitely.
So I could see double digits TDs. I could see.
okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I think
And that's all the time we have for our segment. That's factor.
my
Sorry, one more
goodness.
person to go. I apologize. Go ahead.
yeah, no, that's all good. I think this game coming up is going to be a fight. I think
Yeah.
it's a fight. I think it's going to be a thriller in Manila. I think if you miss it, you're going to regret it. I think you got two very young. I just think this is going to be a fight, man. I mean, think about it. You got the Brotherhood Bowl. You got Dan Quinn, right? You got Raheem Morris. They respect each other, but they're former colleagues, right? You got Jay.
Mhm.
Brotherhood.
You got Jay Daniels drafted number 2. You got Michael
Penix
Penix
number 8.
right? You know what I mean? And it's dude. You got Falcons. You got Commanders. Neither one of them made the playoffs last year. You got a lot on the line, man. I mean, I think that game will be probably decided by no more than 8 points. So I can't see that one. And as far as Carolina's concerned, look, Carolina's got something to prove. And, as C-Dub so eloquently stated, the little fella's playing well now. See what I did there?
Yeah. Little.
So, I mean, both could be close games. Now, I could see us beating Carolina by 10 points, but not necessarily so. Carolina's going to give
What's
me
up to here?
Oh my God! You know what? 15-yard penalty, unnecessary roughness on C-Dub again. All right, guys, we got to move on. Falcons trivia. You guys ready?
Hit us. Bring it.
Right.
Yeah. Great. Great job, C-Dub. You did a great job there.
Oh wow,
Ron, excellent. Well, you didn't say nothing about me, so you know what?
you always do a great job. You always do a great job.
Yeah, it'd be nice to hear it once in a while. It'd be nice to hear it. As someone who works around, your employees like to hear, "Hey, great job, Susan.
You're right.
Great job, Tommy." No, oh yeah, they just assume. So you know what, fine. You know what, okay.
Always do a great job.
Don't condescend. Just go on with the next segment.
Hey, Ladarius.
Oh my
Ladarius.
God, make up your mind, Jesus. All right,
Ladarius, great job.
Thank you, C-Dub.
Great job, dog.
Ron, excellent job.
I said the same damn thing, and it's
Did you though? Did you, Bob Dylan? Did you? No, you didn't. No,
yes,
you didn't.
I said the same thing. You just didn't.
I'm Terry, and I talk about myself like I'm a rolling stone.
Okay. You two are both pretty. Stop.
I just hear something just fine.
I just work here, and I'm about to separate both of y'all to your rooms. Now stop.
Listen. C-Dub, I love you. I wouldn't recommend that. But
yeah, I don't. I'm just saying.
T-Will, I really don't care. But
whatever. All right. So look, Falcons trivia. Michael Turner set a school record for which university? Michael Turner set a school record for which university?
Oh God.
God. And he played at a small school, didn't he?
It wasn't the largest, but it was a division. I think it was a Division I school.
Really?
Oh.
God.
Maybe you know what? Maybe it wasn't. What you got?
I would say Florida State.
No,
No, it's not Florida State. I know it's not a Florida school.
God, you stumped me because I can't come up with anything.
I know. I used to be a nerd about this, and I know he went. So I can tell you what school Marshall Falk went to, but not school where Michael Turner went to. That's
Yeah.
That does me no good here.
Well, not Valdosta State.
I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. It's a lot of wind. It's a lot of wind, man. It's a lot of wind.
Oh,
Hurricane.
Huh?
Hurricanes.
No.
wait.
Toledo?
No.
I was going to say
No.
Northern Illinois.
And you're right.
Oh,
Great guess. Windy City. You got it. Windy
Yeah.
City, Chicago. Yep. that's
awesome.
it. Yeah. All right. So this is easy. You guys will get one. You guys will get this one. What year was the Atlanta Falcons' first full season with Michael Vick as QB?
God, you're making
2001
2000.
or 2000?
No,
I'll say 2001.
Ron is correct. 2002.
Oh, that's the other. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
No, I
okay.
Because he didn't. Yeah. Gotcha.
I went to 4 of those games that year with my pops.
Okay.
Because I got to go the year. You got to go the year after. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
job,
yeah.
Ron.
Chandler started. Yeah, that did great job,
Thank you.
Ron. All right. Last question. Roddy White broke which player's Falcons single season receiving yards record in 2008? I'll repeat the question. Roddy White broke which player's Falcons single season receiving yards record in 2008?
Terry Mathis?
Nope.
I was going to say Andre Rison, but that's not right.
Nope.
Tony is that.
Tony Martin?
Nope. If you guys get this one, I will be very surprised.
Is it someone we would know?
Maybe, but it's going back, man.
It's okay, so
It's going back into my childhood.
No.
oh hell.
No.
Oh,
Lord
right
Jesus.
back with
All right, so
Little
it's
House,
definitely not when I was watching. All right.
Little House on the Prairie, the wagons, leather helmets.
Yeah. Willie White Shoes Johnson?
No, not a bad guess though. Not a bad guess. But
Oh,
no.
I think we have a guest that says Alfred Jenkins.
Yes, that is correct.
Right. That's Raymond Collins. You get the answer on that one, brother.
That is correct. Yes, Alfred Jenkins. That is correct. Excellent. Okay.
It sounds like somebody's T-Boy went to school with that Alfred Jenkins.
Oh my.
Mhm.
Yeah, Alfred Jenkins. Yeah, I know him, man. Class of 18. Yeah.
Stop it.
18.
Yes, I still owe $1.25. Stop it. Okay, so William Amy says we need to beat the Commanders team point blank period. He says they run and contain Jayden Daniels. That's true. What up, Deshaun? Deshaun says, what's up, guys? This Sunday will be our Super Bowl. Yeet, get some. I hear you. Headshot Dre says, let's go Falcons. All right, Headshot Dre. Mohammed Aslan bin Abad Hamid.
Oh, that's more for me and C-Dub there. I don't know if it's relevant.
Yeah, okay. I got you.
Oh, yeah. Especially after that kickoff. Yes.
Yes.
And Raymond Collins says, showing my age. Hey, brother, right there along with you.
Listen, Raymond, you look fantastic. You look great. The other guy, no.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. All right, gentlemen, it is that time of the show where we are doubling up with C-Dub. And
Okay.
Doubling up with C-Dub. Do-rag style. We're going to double it up with C-Dub.
Why does he get his theme music, but I never get mine?
I think you know why you don't get a theme music. Don't you dare.
I really
You
don't.
Don't you dare steal C-Dub thunder. My God, Tim, what is wrong with you?
I was about to hit the salsa.
With Trail. Ron. Come on.
See, yeah. Listen, you can get it wrong, but me, you already know why you ain't getting no theme from me.
You know what, guys? I'm really thinking about.
Try to give a compliment, shut down. And then, you know what?
As
Let's
the
go.
lead
Yo,
singer
this
of
is
the-
about C-Dub. Can we mute him? Please?
I'm going solo, man.
Wait a minute.
I'm
Double
really-
up. Receive the bop, bop.
I'm
Double
really
up with
thinking about
C-Dub.
going solo.
Doing it
Wow.
direct style, baby. Doubling up with
Look, man,
C-Dub.
look it. You see these people in the stands? They're here for me.
They're here for you. Man, do these people know who
guys
you are?
do bop. This
No.
is what you do, okay?
Hey, wait a minute.
not
You're
here
not
to-
Timberland. We got to get out of here. Man, this guy lied to us. Let's get out of here, guys.
Stay for the insults. Stay for the jokes. Either way, you'll be entertained.
Man, let's go to double it with. Let's go to that.
Double
segment.
up. Receive the bop,
Okay,
bop,
double
bop.
up. What you got?
Oh, he said it's double down with it. Oh, no, just
Oh, double down. with
yeah.
T-Dub.
T.
You know, it's all good, guys. We could double up. We could double down. It's fine.
It's not okay. I'm your friend, and it's not okay
I appreciate you. But there is you, the man.
because some people on this show wonder why they don't get a theme song. It should be pretty obvious as to why they don't get a theme song. Ron segment, I'll give Ron a theme. I give C.
Yep.
Mr. Upper left corner over there knows why he doesn't get a theme. Oh, trying to give a compliment. I mean, just Black Hawk Downs me just trying to give a compliment. I'm like, well, you know what? I'll be quiet then. Yeah, fine. C-Dub, what are you doubling down with today?
Well, all right. I had a lot of choices, but let's also we're gonna actually say, like Kirk Cousins, we're gonna shoot the elephant in the room. And no, I'm not shooting anybody, but want to say the defense, Jerry Gray, that has been coaching up. I want to say awesome job. I want to say, I mean, for real though, the guys have been getting after it. We saw Judon not just get a pick, but a sack. We saw really everybody just contributed. Ellis is playing out of his mind. And, you know, these past few games, you've been able to get your sack total up almost damn near 30. So I want to say awesome part on that, guys. And also, let's give some shout out to AJ Terrell. He's been able to, when he is on the top guy, they don't really get it loose. So I'm looking forward to Washington and see how he lines up, if he lines up against McLaurin or who he lines up against. And it's like this. It's Christmas spirit, or it's Christmas time. This was a great gift. This was something Falcon fans needed. We needed something to feel good about, especially after watching that one mess. But all I'm going to say is Michael Penix is our guy. We're going to stick with it. And then we'll see what happens with everybody else. We'll see how all this shakes out. We got to finish these two games. We have everything in our hands now. We win out, we're in the playoffs regardless. Now, you screw up, lose, and the Bucks win out, now we have a problem. But at this point, it's all about us doing our job. Let's not try to worry about the Saints or the the Saints or Carolina. We just got to take care of ourselves. Now, if Carolina wants to help us, I have no problem, little Bryce. If you want to, step up or get on the booster seat and, go ahead and, take your team and beat the Buccaneers, little Bryce, we would love that. That would be awesome. But, look, sometimes you just can't step up above the high table, so. Look, I mean, he when they won the game, you heard him scream, "I feel 5 football." Anyway,
Oh, just cold blooded.
he was ready to ride the roller coasters. He was so happy, and they were able to put him out of the baby seat and told him, "You go ride the big ride today." So yeah. Sorry, I have to, man. And then Marvin Harris like, man, Kyler, we lost. As he picked him up and put him over his shoulder. It's okay, Tyler. We'll be back.
Cold blooded.
So I just want to say, we look good. I like Penix, big Penix energy. Do-rags are going to be in now. And like I said, I look forward to what? You can't have big Penix energy on your show.
Oh, it's
This
no
is our quarterback. We
Listen,
must have big energy.
T Will,
Big-
listen, I think this goes back to T Will and the taco meat. That's why there's no big Penix energy. So,
Big Penix energy, baby.
so I feel that could be the issue here.
Something that was off camera. Oh my God, you committed the cardinal sin. Now that's
Listen, oh! When Ron talked about it, you didn't chastise Ron, so you chastised me. Ron talked about it on this show. We talked about no. See, you're doing it again.
oh my God.
This is why, you know what? I don't know why I show up, because all you do, try to give a compliment. Bang. Give C-Dub a theme song. How dare you? Bang. Thinking I'm supposed to forget what you've done to me? What is wrong with you? Trying to plaster Bob Dylan's name? You damn right I'm going to step in and say something.
I don't want to fight no more. Too much.
And T-Will is not my hero. Everybody needs a hero. No, it's not T. No.
Whatever.
No.
Whatever.
So yes, so that's my look. That's my double up. I know I'm usually nitpicking the Falcons, but no, we have our destiny in our own hands. Let's win out. Let's take care of business, and let's go. And here's the other thing: whatever happens, let's just be happy for Michael Penix. Also, if we win out, awesome. If we lose a game, let's not go crazy, because remember, now he's starting. This is his show, and whatever experience he could gain from this is going to help come into next season. So I look forward to seeing what's next after this. So I can't wait for Sunday night. I think that's appointment football to watch.
Oh man, I can't wait.
That's going to be fun. That's going to be so lit. I just can't wait.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Ladarius, our upcoming opponent, the Washington Commanders. You got any numbers for us, or anything we can look forward to in regards to the matchup?
Oh, I get to talk again. This is great. This is great. Thank you, Terrence Trent D'Arby. I will do my best to.
Oh no, wishing well.
He doesn't deserve the music. Stop. We're going to stop it right there. No music. No music.
Harry.
I'm trying to think of the song.
It was called Wishing Well, I thought.
Yeah,
it was another one.
God, yeah.
I can't think of it. Oh my God.
It's probably on my Spotify. Hang on, let me look.
It's a slow song, Ladarius. I cannot.
Yeah, I know I know how to look for music. Thanks.
I'm trying to remember too, because I remember he had Wishing Well.
Sign your name.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sign your name. Cross my heart. I want to be your.
Would not sign his name to the show today, so I get paid on time. Because he'll block my check because he's well. Sorry, Terrence, we can't say that part. I'm sorry. It's the holiday season. Let's just say the Jingle Bell Room. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you get it.
Oh my God.
Well, first of all, once again, thank you, C-Dub. Thank you, Ron. Now let's jump into these numbers. It's going to be a real quick edition because I really want to focus on the offense for Washington. Yeah. So for Washington, listen, +9 average scoring margin over the last 3 games. That's the 5th best mark. So essentially, what that means is that they know how to essentially kind of distance themselves in games. And we kind of saw that on Sunday, where we saw that when it comes to scoring, they can create that gap necessary to have a comfort. And then they can come back and kind of – so that's essentially what average scoring margin is, what you win by, or some cases what you lose by. But for Washington, they win by – and then to be in the top 5 in that category means that they know how to put teams away and they know how to kind of close the deal. So that's why I say this game against Atlanta is going to be competitive, so in that regard. Now – and then, listen, at home, this offense is great at home. They're great on the road. Listen, they're 3rd in team yards per game at home. They average almost 406 yards per game at home.
Yeah.
So this Falcons defense got to play up because, listen, when they're playing in front of that crowd, it hits different. And listen, we saw how they played, with Chicago. Like we thought they were going to lose against Chicago, and all of a sudden that Hail Mary. So it's something about playing at home for some teams that hits differently. Some teams are great road teams. Some teams are great home teams. Yeah. Washington feels like they play excellent at home. So to look out for. And then lastly, listen, they're fifth in team fourth quarter points per game at 8.3. Against Philly, they scored 22 points in the fourth quarter.
Damn.
So this team, listen, like, you know, it goes back to teams and trends. And listen, this team plays well in the second half. Like, I'm not saying they're terrible in the first half.
Yeah.
But if they're down at halftime, fans don't worry. And even like if you get the vibe, they don't worry, because listen, Philadelphia entered that game as arguably one of the three best teams in the National Football League.
Mm-hmm.
And then unfortunately, you know, what happened to Jalen Hurts, unfortunately, you know, getting the concussion, and they hung around. Like listen, Kenny Pickett somehow managed to keep them in the game until Jaden Daniels, like, hey, figured it out. And so that's something to look out for. Listen, don't be shocked if this game gets super close the fourth quarter. Like the second half, sure, but specifically the fourth quarter. Yeah. This Washington offense just clicks in that particular quarter. Well, and then just one quick defensive stat. You're fourth in team opponent passing yards per game. So listen, Dan Quinn and this defense is doing a great job in their secondary, and given the changes that they've made, and given especially how their corners look, you know, this could be a situation where the question is, and that's why I asked the question earlier about Penix and touchdown passes. How much will we see the same formula that we saw from the Giants? Will that translate into Washington because of how good Washington can stop the pass? Mm-hmm. So those are just kind of things to kind of look out for. But the main focus of this was to talk about the offense, because this offense has just been, you know, when you see Detroit and Buffalo, they kind of get the attention. Washington doesn't really get the attention for being a great offense, and it's nothing to do with coverage. It's like, listen, you see Detroit's offense, you know, running trick plays, for God's sakes, against the Chicago Bears.
Let me throw it something.
Yeah, and all of a sudden I'm like, this ain't right, but it's funny.
It was,
and they got. And they got that from when the Packers did it against the Bears too. So
oh my God,
that
yes,
makes it even more hilarious that the Bears get embarrassed twice by the same. One was unintentional. One was like, yeah, we're just gonna just not. Yeah, and then
that's so disrespectful.
Yeah, listen,
hold on. When you play the Lions, they don't care. It's beautiful. They just like, nah, we're just gonna hold on. Oh, is that in the playbook? Yeah, Ron, hit that playbook. Yeah, hit that play. I don't care if they ain't gonna stop nothing. Don't worry about them.
And because Jared Goff had to show Dan Campbell, because Dan Campbell couldn't believe it. He had to show him on the tablet, like, this is like no, like, this was planned. It was great. Well, not for Chicago.
Like, you get what you asked for. Chicago was talking the whole offseason about Detroit. So everybody don't realize that. So I'm glad the Lions did what they did to Chicago, because you should, like Cat Williams said, you should never been talking shit. You should never been talking shit. You deserve to get outsmart like they did. So,
hey, guys, I got a question for you. Does this Washington team remind you of the 2016 Falcons? And when I say that in the way that they get up onto, because Ladarius has a point, they jump down your throat, and then then they can do things because they make you one dimensional. Because if you're down by 2 scores, especially if it's late, you're not running the ball, right?
Right.
So from that perspective, do you got, because they're eerily similar to me, right? Not saying that they're breaking records, because I mean that Falcons team, oh my God, but
yeah,
they are similar in the fact that once they put foot on neck, they're just gonna rear their heads back and rush, and that's really what Dan Quinn wants to do. Would you guys agree that they're similar in that way?
Yes and no.
Okay.
What I mean by that, I don't really hear about their running game like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, you heard about Freeman and Coleman. I don't really hear about their running game. I hear about their passing game, but not the running game.
They're actually third in rushing yards, Ron.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
No,
no. Yeah.
What I'm saying is, as far as getting up on NFL teams, they are third in rushing.
Oh,
And they are fourth in points per game. So they're scoring a lot of points, right?
right.
They may not
Right.
be sexy. Okay. They
Right.
may not be sexy, but they're scoring a lot of points. And I bring it up to say that's what Dan Quinn likes to do. I've noticed that whenever even 2013 Seattle, they had the Legion of Boom, but that offense was pretty darn good, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Once you got down to them, it's over because now they're going to do is pin their ears back and rush. So I'm saying, I'm seeing a pattern, and I bring it up to say you don't want to get down to them. That's my whole point.
Mm-mm.
Go in there Sunday night. It's imperative. We either have to keep a lead or we have to remain within 3 points.
Yeah,
of them.
it's
You not want
because it's like I look at it like horse racing. If a horse gets ahead of you a couple of lengths, unless your horse can come from behind, that horse is going to take it. And so that's why I look at this Washington team. Like, listen, they get a lead. I'm not saying it's an approachable comeback, but you have to match their energy.
Yeah,
and more specifically at home.
Mhm.
I'm not saying would it be different if it was at the Benz, maybe.
Yeah.
But at home, they're very, very good at home. And like I say, some teams are just great playing at home, and some aren't. So, but this Washington team, listen, with Jaden Daniels, there's a whole lot of weapons on that team, and that Washington secondary needs to get a little bit of credit because Dan Quinn coming in, all of a sudden that defense, that's what he does. Listen, however we may feel about him as a head coach, he understands defense. He understands getting to the quarter. He understands. He understands how to build this defense, and it took him this year to do it. He looked at the roster. There's still players on the roster from last season. He just got rid of the ones who weren't there, and he brought in the guys who weren't. And he even did that with the coaching staff. So it's just bringing in committed. So that's why this matchup is going to be very, very interesting. Sorry, I didn't mean to MP, but yeah.
No, you good.
That's a good.
Yeah, point. I was gonna just say, all right. I don't remember the Falcons coming back like how Washington does. There's a point when you're watching, like this game, they came back from a deficit, and they were making plays, and they were, there were times that they had to punt and everything. So their resolve is a little more tested than I think 2016's was. But I will say this, their rushing game is sneaky. Like Ron was saying, it's like this. You see Robinson, he can run, but then they switch with Eckler, who could catch. Right. So you got to watch out for Eckler. He is sneaky good. He really is. He made a career out of it in San Diego. But it's like this. This is going to be a great game to see where we are. Are we really ready for this kind of smoke? Look, 4-1 in primetime games. We're unbeaten, or we've only lost once in Sunday night games. I mean, that's not bad to hear. And then not just that, but then you look at what we've done. I like where going into this game. But the way I see it is like Ladarius said, do not give an inch. You're going to have to play. It's like this. You don't want to end up going, what happened? Why did how did we let this guy lose? And look, the defense has played very well so far. So now we're going to see. This is an elevated offense. Let's see if the defense really changed. Or has it just been that we've been playing some really crappy teams?
Right.
This is going to be a nice little barometer. And look, my thing is this. I'm not worried about points. I think teams are going to score. I think Washington is going to get their points. What I'm wondering is, how do we, in those key moments, can we get the ball back? Can we steal a possession or two?
Right.
So this is going to be a difficult. Look, it's a playoff game. And this is an ultimate playoff game right here.
I worry about tackling. Though we already have a hard time with dual threat quarterbacks. We let them run and do whatever, but we cannot tackle. This game, we got to tackle Daniels. We got to make him throw that ball away. So that means our defensive line, you got to hit this man every chance you see them. So that's what I worry about in this game.
And he is getting calls too, so remember that. They are protecting him too. So that's gonna tell you, if you like that boneheaded play that someone tried to throw an elbow at the quarterback, and I'm going, what were you thinking?
Right. So you got to tackle in this game.
You definitely got to tackle. It's gonna be interesting, man. I think this is really the thing I like about this iteration of our Atlanta Falcons. There's not a lot of film of Michael Penix out there, and more importantly, and I don't know if you guys caught this, but well, maybe you did. I mean, I don't know, but it seemed like Zach Robinson opened up that playbook some more.
Oh yeah.
So you're not gonna know what to expect. Like you're not, and I think that bodes well for us. Like if there was a scenario where you could imagine, okay, Penix is gonna take over this year, in my mind's eye, and this is gonna sound crazy. I'm gonna warn you. I think it's the best time. And here's why. If you did it 6 games ago, there's film on Penix and what we do. There's barely anything on him. So going into the playoffs, you really don't know what to expect.
Right.
And again, the Falcons have an assortment of weapons, right? The Falcons on offense, they can go toe to toe with you.
Right.
And now that defense is playing a whole lot better.
Yep.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and I'm probably gonna be clowned for it, but I'm gonna say it. This team, as it's currently constructed, can beat anybody, and here's why.
Yeah.
Detroit is a good team, but defensively they are a wreck. So if you catch them at the right time on the right day, you got to have things go. They can be beaten. Detroit can be beaten.
Right.
Minnesota's playing well. We hung with them for 3 quarters, and that was with Kirk Cousins. You put Penix in there, and the way that offense was running yesterday, look out. There's not a team in this realm, in this league, that I'm afraid of if we are humming. If our special teams and defense and offense are playing like they did yesterday, look out. And the good news is there's no film. So teams can't prepare. I'm not saying we're definitely going to the Super Bowl. Right. I'm saying it wouldn't surprise me if we did. Okay, because the timing is perfect. There's no film on him. Even the film yesterday, that's not 1/4 of what we're going to do. And I think that's by design, right? So I think that's a good thing. As far as teams and the 2016 Falcons and this Washington team, that 2016 team, they got up on teams so quick, like it wasn't.
Right.
That is other than the 98-99 Rams. I've never seen an offense like that. Other than the greatest show on turf. I've never seen an offense like that 2016 Falcons team. That they would come out there and it's like touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. Damn. Right. You know what I mean? You look up, it's the third quarter, and the Falcons are up by 30, and it's not even close, right?
But
yeah, go ahead.
But I'm looking at with that 2016 Atlanta Falcons, everybody did a part on the team. They did a part. They did not give up top hits. Everybody
that's true.
Everybody did something. And like you're gonna respect us. And you go back to that, we need to have that mindset going into Washington. Like we need to have all the NFL to respect us. So we can show y'all in the Washington game. We finna beat Washington like a bit number. Everybody crown Washington. Oh, they the team to beat. They this, they that. Well, we over here too, you know. So on our best day, we just put 38 points on you like that. But everybody got to play. They got to man up.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Ron. I think Kyle will play. I think Kyle will play. I know you'd give me the side eye, and hell, I probably would be giving me the side eye. But I think with the way that offense was humming yesterday, and at some point Kyle has to say to himself, look, I'm doing more harm to myself than good. So I need to start running. I think you're going to see Kyle play. I think you're gonna see him play. You know what I mean? Now that could be wishful thinking. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. But I think you will see a total team effort from this team, and I think this team is going to surprise some folks. But we got to go, guys. Questions for the coaching staff. Ladarius, you got your pick of Raheem, Zach, Jimmy, and Maurice. Who's your question to, and what's your question?
I'm gonna say I'm not gonna use Zach because I don't want to take him away. I want to go to Maurice and listen and for special teams, because we've talked about how good the special teams has been, specifically, Kadero Hodge.
Mm-hmm.
Now with Younghoe Koo being on IR and Riley Patterson being the kicker, it's just about, because listen, for Michael Penix, we need the other two to kind of, I don't want to use the word supplement, but to kind of support it. Well, some of them it's the same thing, but I want to use it in different terms. But so like Riley, the confidence, like I think Riley, he missed his first kick, I believe. And then people are like, oh great, here we go. And then Riley figured it out, because Riley, he was a good kicker. He used to kick for Washington, and I believe he used to kick for Jacksonville. So he's a good kicker.
Right.
So it's just, my thing is that Maurice, hey, special team doesn't get talked about enough, but it's just making sure Riley's consistent. I'm not really worried about Bradley Pinion. He does a great job, creating field position, for our defense to do their thing. Because look at the sacks, the play calling change, and I argue that special teams element kind of plays a role into it in the field positioning.
Mm-hmm.
So because where you're at on the field kind of changes how you go at an offense. Wow. So that's why you probably see more blitzes, because listen, we're pinning these guys back. So hey, why not go after them? Worst case scenario, we'll give up but we haven't been doing that lately. So we've been actually getting in the backfield. So my thing is that just keeping up the work, Maurice, and for the special teams, because hey, for offense, let's give Penix the field position, and let's just keep our defense in a great opposing field position as well.
That's a good point. Our special teams won that game in Las Vegas. No doubt about it. They won that game in Las Vegas. That's a good point. Ryan Thomas. So Ladarius took Maurice. That leaves you Raheem, Zach, or Jimmy. What's your question for the coaching staff? And who is it? And what's your question?
Raheem. Forget that. It's Jimmy. Will you do this against Washington? Will you send the blitz, or was that a one-time thing against the Giants? Or is the Giants just that bad and we just that good? That's what I want to know. Now, Can we do Washington like we did the Giants?
Yeah.
In a given Sunday.
Yeah. Shout out to Big Low Country. What in the world, Bo?
What in the world, Bo?
What in the world, Bo? Let's housekeeping.
Do rag power.
Do rag power indeed. So hang on, Ron. Top Seer says everyone drops a pass. That's okay. The lack of effort to tackle the defender was what stood out to me about Pitts. Not a Falcons fan. Watch the game because Penix got to play. He is the truth. John Brooks says we came to play the Commanders. We need to come out running the ball, get Tyler Bijan going early on the ground, mix in Penix with the pass, and do some trick plays like a flea flicker. Oh, I know. Maybe we'll fall down and make it. I'm kidding. John
Being
Brooks.
a Harlem Shake on her.
John
Oh,
Brooks.
that would be funny.
It's going to be the battle of the young guns, Jayden Daniels versus Penix. Yes, it is. I'm excited. I'm here for it.
Yes.
Carlo, what up, Carlo? What's popping, people? I'm at work, chipper than a biatch. And
Whoa.
Carlo says defense going to be hungry for this prime time because they don't want to let the offense down. Penix going outshine Jayden. I hear you. So Shiesty Live says Penix said he gonna beat Commanders like a Costco hot dog. Pause. I think we beat them. And John Brooks says, thank you. Will Bro Kyle has checked out. Bro Kyle's head isn't in the game anymore.
What?
It's like that saying in Space Jam when the guy says MJ doesn't have it anymore. That's Kyle Pitts. Hey, man, I just work here. Of course, we got.
He never had it to begin with.
Yep. All right. So I do have a question. Oh, wait. Big Low says, question is, what do we have to do to get T Will and the do-rag? Oh, wow.
You don't want to see that, Big Low.
Oh, Big Low. It's all about that big Penix energy. He don't want none. I'm trying to bring big Penix energy. And he keeps pausing, but, look, wrap the head in the do-rag. That's all you got to do, man. And we get 2 wins in a row, baby.
Oh, man. Hey, look it.
And I got to ask my question, too.
I tell you what, if we win this week, I'll wear do-rag. I will do
I
All
don't want to see that. I don't.
No. You know what? I'm taking that. You wear do-rag with me. Yeah, yeet.
If we win, then we have to keep it going. But I do have a question for Ron, right? Really, it's for the panel and everybody in the chat, right? So when asked about the performance of the defense, specifically in the last 4 games, right? Last 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
The answer has been, we just came together. We got on the same page. We have a want to. We just came together. I think that's code for Jerry Grace calling plays. Okay.
Yeet.
No, here's what I do notice. On defense, they're not as far back as they were. So there have been some adjustments technically to what they do. And it looks like they're blitzing Caden Ellis a little more.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the success. Now, that's just my thought. Because look it. You mean to tell me you played 15 games and 4 games ago you just got the want to? No, that's not what happened. 4 games ago you just got on the same page. No, that's not what happened. Somebody had a conversation with somebody, and they said, "Look, we're going to do it this way." Go ahead, Ron.
Me personally, I think Raheem. So
yeah,
he might not say this out loud, but he gave the job to Gray, Mr. Gray.
He may have. He very well may have.
He was like, Jimmy, we in the middle of the season now. And this what you bring in, we're not going to win like this.
Yeah.
Or he might have told Jimmy Lake, hey, you got to change it up, baby. You got to change it up. You got to make it spicy. You got to do something else.
Yeah.
And maybe Jimmy and Gray got together and be like, hey, we need to play man-to-man. Or we need to play 3, 4, 5. Like we were talking about it a while back, Terry and C-Dub and Ludorius. So they created a mismatch. If anybody know about football, you create your mismatch and you attack. And whoever fall, you know who's going to win.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we've been doing lately. We've been creating mismatch.
Yeah.
We put quarterbacks in predicaments, pause, where they don't got no choice but to throw the ball. But if they hold on to it, our defensive line pass rushers will be there.
Yeah.
So
I think they've made some technical adjustments. Ebiketie is firing on all cylinders.
yeah,
D'Angelo Malone is firing. So that's
yeah,
not that we got the want to. That's somebody had a conversation and said, "What are
right,
you doing? Why are you putting this guy here? Put this guy here. Bring him up a couple of yards."
right.
You can see it. You can see it.
Yeah.
But no, it's a good point you made, Ron. It's a good point. C-Dub. So
What you got?
that leaves we got Jimmy, we got Maurice. That leaves Zach and Raheem. Who's your question for, and what's your question?
Questions mainly for Raheem, and it's really simple. Are you going to get complacent? Are you going to try not to win the game? Are you going to try to, this is now playoff football. You're now in first place, but now let's be honest, we win, we clinch because all they could do is tie us then. Worst case scenario.
Mhm.
And we have the tiebreaker. So to next Sunday, if we beat the Commanders, we clinch. That's how I look at it. So are you coming in with the mindset of we need to make sure people know that we're not just a team that you can look past? Or are we just trying to win and get out? Trying to get the W. So, I need to know, are we going to be complacent or are we really going to try to do this? I like where the defense has been playing. I like how the offensive, it's finally we found a mixture, it looks like. Now, I know Giants, but I still say it looks like we have a mixture. A
Right.
good, solid foundation, at least. So my thing is this. Just keep going. And my thing is this. I'm not even worried if we get down in the game because I don't think you're going to see Penix blink. His poise is really what impressed me the most. Because I felt like Zach opened that playbook up a lot for him.
Yeah, he
And,
did.
there was no issues there.
Yeah, so funny thing, right? Few conspiracy nuts out there were saying, well, why didn't you open it up for Kirk that way? And I think the obvious answer is I don't think Kirk physically could do that. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I guess my question is for Zach Robinson. And it's basically, foot on gas. Are we gonna see some more waggle? Are we gonna see some more RPOs? Are we gonna open this thing up anymore? Look at to your point, C-Dub, we gotta win out. We not only do we have to win next week, but if the Bucks win next week, then we have to win that final game as well. So
Right.
Yeah.
it's go time. So that's cool. All right, last segment, guys, and then we are out of here. If you are a Falcons GM for the day, right? I'm sorry, we got 2 segments. You're Falcons GM for the day. Give me one move, Ladarius, that you're gonna make. Your Falcons GM for the day. One move that you're gonna make.
Well, to me, I don't know if you would call it a move, but if I were to kind of make a move, I would kind of get a feel of the market for Kyle Pitts. Meaning, and the thing is, and listen, I can't defend Kyle Pitts what I saw on that play against the Giants. I can't defend it. And listen, and people who know me, listen, I'm a Kyle Pitts guy. I'm not going to deny that, but I'm not going to also sit here and be like, oh, well, I can't cover up that fact. But as a general manager, I would gauge the market because I think I said this on the show a while back where I just think it's not so much that I don't think he's a bust. I just think he's just not engaged.
Yeah.
He's just not engaged enough. And like I said, those are 2 separate things. The difference between being a bust is giving your all and being terrible.
Right.
And then kind of like feeling like, and then kind of just feeling like, well, disinterested. So as a general manager, I would kind of see what the market is because the reality is I'm seeing what, bless you, and I'm seeing what like Brock Bowers is doing for and I'm not
Right.
comparing the situation, but what I'm seeing is that I'm looking at the tight end position on our team and go, well, how do we value the position moving forward?
Right.
And so as a general manager, I would get a gauge because I think Seattle fits. I think someone mentioned it because I just kind of feel Seattle, like Noah Fant is a great tight end, but Kyle Pitts given the right, and like Mike McDonald, he came from the Ravens and he was around a great tight end in Mark Andrews.
Right.
So, and maybe he could get something out of Kyle Pitts that maybe down here in Atlanta we tried for 4 years. And so at some point, just moving forward. So that would be my one move, is just not trade him, but find a market for him and get something back. Because we get some picks, get something. So that would be kind of my play, just kind of gauge the market for Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, that's interesting. You never know who can unlock a player, right? But I definitely think at this point Kyle needs a change. He's a change of scenery guy.
Yeah, he just, like I said, there's a difference between being a bust and not feeling engaged.
Right.
Right.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize.
You
But we've seen spurts. We've seen spurts this season. In his time that where he can be a good tight end. He can be a good tight end. But the reality is, I just think that maybe he's just not. Like I say, sometimes scenery is everything, and sometimes he just going to Seattle makes a whole lot of sense. Because listen, you look at great tight ends. Like there's not a whole list of them. Kyle Pitts could be kind of like that guy. Could be a serviceable tight end for a good offense like Seattle. Great receivers like Noah Fant. Kyle Pitts could potentially be an upgrade there. So I just think a change of scenery, and that's why I say I gauge the market, because there are teams looking for good tight ends. And then we can kind of move forward either with what we have tight end ones. We can look in the draft. So there's options out there for us as well. So that's what I just kind of gauge the market. That would be my one move.
Good deal. And hey man, good answer. C-Dub, your GM for the day. What are you doing?
Looking over potential candidates for assistant coaches and DCs, because whether we like it or not, we do need to address the elephant in the room. And not just that, but also the other thing that doesn't get talked about. Other places may hire coaches already. So if let's say Zach Robinson does get a head coaching job at a college or whatever, then you actually got to look at, well, I need to replace that guy. And you got to make sure you get a good person in the system. So that's kind of what I would do as looking. And then player-wise, I'm definitely going to look at getting Pitts out of here. It's not just because of Pitts, but my goal is also we got draft picks to get. And other way to get them is getting rid of some guys who definitely doesn't fit. We need guys that actually can play football.
Fair enough. Ronnie Thomas, your Falcons GM for the day. What are you doing?
I be on the phone with the Cleveland Browns trying to get Myles Garrett. And
interesting.
And this why? Because he don't like what's going on in Cleveland. So that means the roof cracking over there. So now I finna step in. Hey, Cleveland. Yeah, your best pass rusher don't like what's going on. Oh yeah? What do you want for him? I'll be on the phone with them ASAP.
Okay.
Grady Jarrett, I think his last season. Yeah. I put all that money into Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett, how about coming to the ATL? Yeah. We will put players around you, player. And you will have fun here. And you said you want to go to the playoffs? Okay, look what we're doing now. We finna go to the playoffs. So take notes. You said you want your family to be here? Hey, everybody come to ATL. So I will go get Miles Garrett.
Good deal. If I'm Falcons GM for the day, I'm making a litany of moves. I'm calling an audible. So yeah, I'm gonna, and I'm pretty much gonna do what you all did. Or most of it. I'm gonna trade Kyle to Seattle. I'm gonna get picks. I'm gonna take those picks and add some more picks and trade for Micah Parsons. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna address I'm gonna add to my pass rush. I'm gonna trade Kyle for picks. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. Those are my thoughts. All right, guys. So good. Appreciate that. So everyone. We are at the part of the show where it is final thoughts. And before anything, again, just a reminder, if you love the show, please like, share, and subscribe so that we can come back to you next week. We need your help. Please like, share, and subscribe to the number 4 My ATL Sports, the number 1 on YouTube. Say again, 4 My ATL Sports 1 on YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe, as it helps the algorithm and assures that we can come back to you week after week after week. Now that that's out of the way, final thoughts. I'm going to go first. What a debut, right? What a debut. We have a new king. We have a new quarterback. We have a new field general. We have a new leader. I think he had a very impressive debut. I think the word that's been thrown about is poise, accuracy, not really fazed by anything. And definitely a leader. And look at his post-game interview was perfect. He was humble where he needed to be humble. He was funny where he needed to be funny. I like the fact that when they asked him what Kirk was doing, he was like praying. We pray, before every game, and I really felt like he was being genuine. And I really came away with an impression that I really like this young man. So I think kudos to the Falcons for drafting him. Thank God they did. We were really ridiculed when we did it, and now look I don't know where we'd be had we not done it. So those are my thoughts. Ladarius, final thoughts? What you got?
No, I'll just be brief. Like you say, great debut by Michael Penix. You kind of see, like, look, it benefits us that other teams don't have tape on him. So I think, especially for this season, for the remaining games. So I think it benefits. And then, like, moving forward, listen, we just got to do our job. We can't. I think C-Dub mentioned sometimes in life we worry about what the next person's doing. We got to focus on what we got to do. We can't focus on the person next to us or behind. We got to focus on what we have to do. So at the end of the day, the penultimate goal is this: let's focus on what we have to do. We know what we have to do. It's out there in front of us. Let's just play how we did. Zach doing a great job with the playbook. I think he had more openness per se when it came to Michael Penix. So hopefully we see a little bit more of that on Sunday night. And listen, like I said, it's all in front of us. So we know our job. We just got to take care of it.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. C-Dub, final thought. What you got?
Man, it's simple. We got in there. We won the game. It was a heck of a debut again. And not only that, but Bijan, it's like this. Stick with the running game. You're going to get blessed. Because they have to react to Bijan. And, this guy is getting all kind of purpose yards. We've got to, he's the guy. And then, you got to see Mooney adapt to him and Drake. I can't say enough about Drake. Look, the idiotic fumble that Penix did, where it looked like he handed the ball off. Watch the video where it's London that gets the guy, and London is surrounded by Giants, and he's swinging, and he ain't playing. He don't care.
So I'm out.
And for the first time,
then you think I'm a pawn?
I got it. Yeah, all I gotta say is this: I've never been so happy to see a 15-yard penalty. Because my thing is this: me and Ron have said it. I know I've said it with Ladarius. You need somebody with some attitude. You need somebody that's just that's tired of this crap. And not in our house. And honestly, because look, the Giants didn't go crossing and celebrating that turnover, by the way, because Drake was not having it. So I loved it. And ironically, then our defense got a pick six, and then they got that crazy one with Judon running it back. But what I'm saying is, man, that's what you do to a bad team. Now, what are you going to do next week? This game is going to look as critical as I could be. I'm going to enjoy this game too, because these are two young quarterbacks, and we're going to see these guys a lot more. So I just can't wait to see how this goes. And man, I like Michael Penix's humbleness. I like his just poise, and like I said, I want to see more, and I want to see how we build around him too. So that's my final thoughts on that.
Good deal. Ryan Thomas, what you got?
My final thought is Raheem. It like the teacher meet the student. Can we say that? Did that make sense?
Yeah.
With Dan Quinn and Raheem.
Obi-Wan Skywalker. Darth Vader Skywalker.
What? So it like Raheem. To beat the man, you gotta beat the man. For him, Ric Flair. Then you gotta beat.
Did you say Ric Flair?
Yeah. So now, Raheem, you gotta beat Dan Quinn. The man, you were on the staff. You know how he coached. You know everything about Dan Quinn. Time to put up now. Time to put up. You gotta make our team go beat Washington. No ifs, buts about it. We got to beat them. Yes, we back in first place. Okay, put your foot on Washington's neck now. No ifs, buts about it. So Dan Quinn will be like, wow, Atlanta, Raheem really doing something with that team or with our Atlanta Falcons. So that's what I want for us next week. Raheem, yeah. Ain't no buddy, ain't you better have longer pants, all that stuff. It's gonna be cold out there. But that's my final thought.
Hey man,
Ron hates them short pants, man.
The pants just
Hey man, what I like those pants. Whatever, man. Y'all get off Raheem's pants. I like those pants. Whatever. I think those pants are stylish.
And it's gonna be cold out there in Washington. So
he might. Yeah, you're right about that. It is gonna be cold. So maybe not next week, Raheem. But John brings up a good point. He says, guys, Judon, hey, he had a pick six and a sack yesterday.
Yes.
yes.
So got it in, man, and he was very complimentary of his teammates afterwards, and just a good victory by our Falcons, man. So hey, guys, tell everybody where they can find you. Ladarius, we'll start with you. Where can these fine folks find you, my friend?
You can find me on Twitter and TikTok at Ladarius_Brown. You can find me on Instagram, Ladarius_Brown. Writer and editor for Beyond Women's Sports. I post NFL previews weekly. The preview for the Monday Night Football game has been out for a while against the Saints and the Packers. and there'll be previews out. Excuse me, for the 2 Christmas Days games out, likely probably today or tomorrow. And great show, guys. Thank you to the comment section. Happy holidays. Just love you guys. Just all the work we're doing and just all of it. So,
and we love you back, brother. And hey, Merry Christmas to everybody out there. If I don't see you guys, obviously Merry Christmas to everybody in here. Definitely Merry Christmas to everybody out there, and Happy Holidays. Ronnie Thomas, give these folks your 38 shows.
See, I'm not doing the shows this week.
Oh,
I'm not going to name the shows this week. But if y'all want to get in contact with me, you can find me on Facebook. That's all I will say.
Good deal, man. Good deal. C-Dub.
Hey, what's up, guys? All right. So programming note, there will be no beard game because we do that on Wednesday, and that's Christmas. So I'm not doing that to everybody. So we're going to enjoy the holidays. Tomorrow, me and Ladarius will do probably a kind of a tapered down beard gang review because I wanted everyone else to enjoy their Christmas Eve also. Because I know Ron and Terry, you guys said you had some things you got going on. So I wanted to let y'all do that. But yeah, man, look, it's all about the Falcons. We have fun, but also enjoy Christmas. Have a good time with your family. It's always a good thing. And yeah, find me on C28. We'll talk the Falcons. Probably maybe round 2, maybe 3, depending on what me and Ladarius pick. And we'll talk to y'all then. And C28 on YouTube, and then find me on C on Facebook, and we'll holler then. And again, Merry Christmas. Enjoy the holidays, guys.
Absolutely. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and Happy Holidays to everyone. And last but not least is yours truly. I can be found Yeek. And you know what?
No, Yeek.
Yeek, not Yeek.
No. Here's the thing, right? Originally, because I'm from here, right?
Oh boy, here we go.
Right? Wait. No. I want to call your attention to something, C-Dub. Notice whenever Deshaun is in the chat, he says Yeek with a K because it started out as Yeek. And where it came from was there's this little dance we used to do, right? Where it'd be like, whatever, and then it's like Yeek. That's where that started. Now, I don't know how it morphed into Yeek with a T, but it started with, and I don't judge. I mean, it's Atlanta. So there's room for a T and a K, but it didn't start with the K. So that's where that came from. I don't even know what the hell I was talking about. Anyway,
nobody does.
Whatever. Look. It's the Christmas season. Be nice, okay?
Oh, you had a lot of nerve telling me to be nice to you. A lot of nerve. A whole lot of nerve.
Look,
Mr. I can't take a compliment and shots fired. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I just Kirk Cousins my elbow. All right. So I'm not gonna argue with you guys because old age is something, okay? And stuff just
and listen, those leather helmets did something.
Wait, I gotta say this.
Whatever.
Merry Christmas to everybody in the chat. Like, share the show, and tell your friends about us and your family members. We just like to have a good time and bring y'all some information about our so.
And honestly, guys, I know Ladarius and I go at each other, but there's no one I respect more. That's our sense of humor and that's our thing. But let me tell you something. This show it is a quartet, and it is not complete without all of us. And off camera, Ladarius and I get along well. It's just a thing we do. I don't know what it is, but either way, guys.
Yeah, you know what it is. But
whatever. Merry Christmas.
Wrap up the show. Wrap up the show.
Whatever. Merry Christmas, everybody. Look, You can find me at One Time for the Fan, typically on Sunday nights at 9, Wednesday nights at 9, although there probably won't be a show this week. And Friday mornings at 9 a.m., maybe Friday morning, not sure. You can also find me on Beard Gang, but like C-Dub said, I probably won't be on that show this Tuesday, so it'll just be Ladarius and C-Dub, and they will get their thing on, and it'll be look, it's a great show with them anyway. So they're doing their thing there. And then One Time for the Fan, and I honestly don't know. Guys, you think we should do a show on Friday or no? What are your thoughts on that?
I'll be honest. I'll probably be out of the house, and I don't know if I'll make it on time. So that's just my thing. So if you guys want,
I join baby family and friends. Yeah.
So no show Friday, guys. It's all of us or it's none of us. So no show Friday, guys. We'll pick it up Monday.
Yep.
But we could do this show without T-Will, but I heard he's gonna be there.
I knew that was coming. Anyway,
That's because you gotta learn
oh
how to take a compliment.
my God!
And don't be a stooge when you try to get someone to say,
You're right.
"Hey, T-Will, you're a good guy," but that's not gonna happen anymore. Happy New Year, everybody!
Happy New Year, guys. We'll see y'all next week.
You guys, please like, share, subscribe. Subscribe for my ATL Sports 1 on YouTube. Again, the number 4, my ATL Sports, the number 1 on YouTube. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Enjoy it. Hey, experience love. And again, you can't replace people. You can replace things. So even though it is hard sometimes, extend your family love. And, some things you just got to put aside. Happy holidays, everybody. We will see you when we see you. Be safe. Thank you. And love to everyone. Go Falcons. Rise up.
Yeet.